Here I am walking through the thick smog through an ocean of people in Beijing. I can feel the dusty smoke brushing against my face. I look over at my sister pulling her mask across her face. I can see her shaking in fear as she's setting down the dumplings. Are you all right? I ask, shoving my face with dumplings. There's something we need to discuss, my mother says softly. Your father and I have decided that we will send you to America. Me and my sister freeze in fear, and I don't know what to say. The pollution has just gotten too strong for you and your sister, and your father has received a job in America, my mother explains in tears. We will let you finish the school year, but the ship boards on June 5th.
One day I woke up, and when I hobbled downstairs, I heard on the radio that there are now 2 million manufacturing factories here in China. I can't believe that it took our family so long to realize how bad our home is getting. I am putting on my mask so I can go to school. When I look outside, it looks so dark and gloomy. I don't understand why anyone would want to live here, but we still do. Not for long, though. I get to school, and right as I walk in, I take off my mask. It feels so good to take it off. I have to have it on for so long when I walk to school. As I walk in, I try and find my friend Jin. I ask around, but no one knows where she is. I ask my teacher, Miss Liu, and she says that she moved to America with her grandparents. I guess she is just one of those 2 million Chinese people in the USA, and soon, so will I. I load my luggage onto the boat. I hear the ocean roaring in the distance. As the boat begins to leave, I see my mother waving in the distance. I can feel the tears dripping down my face. I'm worried about my sister. She doesn't know any English, and it will be hard for her in school. The sky fades to black, and people started to slowly disappear in the night. Then, a girl about my age walks over to me. Scary, isn't it? She says. Very. What's your name? I ask. Ju, the girl replied.
We talked for hours and hours, but we never realized that there were dark, gloomy clouds heading our way. A few hours into the storm, I see Jew on the top deck. The ship lurched over a 40-foot tall wave, and none of us were prepared. From the stairs, I see her flip over the railing and fall. I run to save her, but put my hands out to stop myself from falling. It was too late. I watch her lifeless body flow over a wave, and I know that was the last time I'll see my friend. I was alone, drenched from the downpour. I walked to the upper deck where our room was and settled in carefully so my sister wouldn't wake up. We are on our way to the USA, and the sorrow still looms. Cough, cough. My sister falls to the ground holding her chest. I run her to the medical care. She's been diagnosed with lung cancer. My mom was right when she said the pollution was too strong for her. We have reached the dock, horrified she will not be let off. The officials say that she could not enter America because of her sickness. We were devastated. Now I'm here in America with my dad walking through the fresh air of San Francisco to our new home.
It's been almost 3 months since I came to America, and I still remember my sister's crying face when they took her away. I'm laying in my bed thinking about if I'll ever be able to see my sister again. I look over to my left, and I see all of my English studying books. School is a lot harder in America because I don't know much English. I've been taking English classes because they do not have good ones in our school. My dad shouts, "Honey, it's time for dinner." I run downstairs, and I smell the delicious smell of fresh Kung Pao chicken. I bring my plate straight to the counter to get as much as possible. "Well, you must be hungry," my dad says while I shove chicken and vegetables in my mouth. Very hungry. All of a sudden, ring, I hear the doorbell. I clumsily get off my chair and stumble to the door. I open it slowly and see the person I thought I had lost, Lan. I grab her right off her feet, overcome with joy. "Dad, it's Lan." He comes running over, and we all get into a group hug. See her again. I felt so happy and excited. She explained how they treated her cancer, and now she can live with us. Her and I had to share a room together, but we were fine with that. I was lying in my bed trying to fall asleep. I couldn't, though, because I couldn't stop thinking about all the things her and I needed to catch up on. Then finally, late at night, I got too drowsy to stay up, so I just let it all go and fell asleep. My sister and I are going to school now, and she is struggling. She barely knows English, and the school isn't helping that much. So me and my sister do after-school English classes to help improve our English speaking abilities. The English language is so much easier to learn once you get the hang of it. There are only 26 letters in the alphabet compared to over 50,000. Being in a country with clean, fresh air with my family was the best thing that had ever happened to me.
To help this cause, we could have more English classes for a cheaper price and include extra classes for immigrants in schools. Later, those immigrants can teach other immigrants how to speak English because they have been through the same experiences. New immigrants should be able to experience America with a great new start.